Hey, I have another crew review for you. It's the Moltio by Saeco. Hi, it's Gail from Seattle Coffee Gear, and this is the latest Saeco that we have on our refurbished page. This is not available brand new. It's only available as a refurbished unit with a deep discount. So you're going to get a lot of machine for your money spent. Let's get into what it does have. It does your milk automatically with a milk carafe right there. Get hot water, spouts go up and down, the whole typical stuff. Programmable buttons over here. These are the milk side, cappuccino, latte, macchiato, and those names are just references. You can program it to whatever you want. And espresso and coffee over here. Also you have, you see the 5 beans here. You can do decaf, bypass doser right up here, 1 scoop. 1 bean, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 bean is going to grind the least amount up here in your bean hopper, and the 5 beans is going to grind the most to be brewed through. So there's those 5 selections for you. Speaking of bean hoppers, this is one of the cool features of this machine. It comes with 2 bean hoppers. Right there. You don't like what's in here, you want something different. Swing this over, take this hopper out, put the other hopper in, boom, you're done. You can change your blend into anything you want. Could be decaf, could be just a different blend. While I got this out, this is your grinder adjustment. You have 5 different settings to choose from. Let's put the one back in that actually has the beans so I can use it to show you how the machine works. And all you do is swing that over, boom, it's in. It's got a nice UV smoked acrylic lid with a rubber gasket around the edge to keep the beans in there nice and fresh. And then this is how this works. That lever works this, open and close. Kind of cool, huh? Guillotine. Don't get your fingers in there. Get on there. There, so programmable. In here, you can program each one of these, and I'll show you how to do that. And also in the menu, there's a menu right here. You can get into some of the typical machine menu functions. Temperature, how soon it goes into a sleep mode. This is the hardness of your water after you test. This is the contrast of the screen. This is whether you have a filter in or out. This is your D-scale. Don't get into that unless you're ready to do it. And this lets you choose between Arabica, Robusto, or a mixed blend. And also, this is kind of a nice feature. When you switch out your beans, there's always going to be ground coffee in between the burrs down in there that's waiting. Not waiting, it's just there from the previous brews. So, if you press this button, it will grind 2 doses, dump it down into the dregs box, and not make coffee out of it. All that's doing is getting rid of this blend and preparing for this one. Just cleaning it up so that you're not tasting the old stuff when you put in the new. That's kind of nice, I like that. And then reset, that takes you back to the Saeco factory default settings. All right, now, if you go to this side once you're in the menu, you can get a portion of hot milk, just hot milk, or you can get a portion of hot water out of here. With this in here, you're going to get hot water. That's what this is for, dispensing hot water. And if you put the carafe in, that's just for doing your milk. Bear in mind, if you're doing just the milk, make sure that you push this over all the way. Otherwise, you won't get the milk. It just doesn't work well. Did I show you the spouts that go up and down? I don't know if I did or not. I showed you the water tank. Or did I? I don't think I did. 61 ounces of water. And did you notice how I got that out of there? Look at this, something new. Same thing with the dregs box over here, right there. And then the other thing that I quite like on this machine, let's get out of that. Escape, go back to the general menu. The drip tray, you have to push 2 buttons to get it to come out rather than lifting. I like that a lot. It's so much easier. This is heavy metal. It's got baffles in here so that you don't wear the milk, and it's got a little floater that lets you know when drip tray is full of liquid. Slides in there really nice. The rest of the machine. Look at this on the side. Nice metal surround here. I really like that. I think that's a nice touch. I like the looks of this machine. Here's your brew unit with a little drip tray under it. Take that out once a week and rinse it with hot water. Put it back in. It's right there. What else we got going on? Like I said, you can program each one of those, and I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, got the milk carafe in there. Make sure you push this over. That's very important. And also, I'm going to show you how to program a cappuccino. So you hold the button on. It's going to come up menu. It's going to say memo. Okay, now it's in the program mode. It's telling me to push this over. I've already done that. When the amount of milk that I want is in that cup, I push the button and stop it, and then it'll go to the coffee side, and again, I push the button to stop when I get the amount of coffee I want. See, the stop is right there. When I get what I want, I'm going to push stop. Now when I get what I want for coffee, I'm going to hit the button again. There, now that is programmed. And also, when it gets done with a milk-based drink like this, it's going to go into an automatic clean. There we go, start. It cleans this carafe. Again, push it over. Start, come on. There we go. Let's see what this tastes like. Nice separation. That is very hot. Actually, it doesn't taste bad at all. Did a little bit of a clean. Now, take it like this, boom, put it back in the fridge. This is still cold. So, that's how you program, and you can program all these drinks the same way. So check this out on our website. I think it's got a pretty good, I think you get a lot for your money, is where I was going with that. What do I like about it? The pros? The bean hopper, the 2 bean hoppers, hands down. That's just a nice feature to have for a family that maybe you like one blend, they like the other, whatever. Bypass toaster is nice. I like the color of it. I like the looks of it. The metal around the edges, I think that is a nice touch. The cons, I noticed that when it was doing the milk function, it puts out a little bit of water ahead of the milk. It doesn't seem to affect the taste. My drink tastes good, but I did notice that, so I would say that's a con. Other than that, I think it's got more pros than cons, for me anyway. Pretty darn nice. Check it out on our webpage. Under Steals and Deals, drop-down menu, Refurb, or in the search bar, just put in Moltio, and it will pop up. Refurb, not new. Check it out. Have any questions? Let us know. Comments down below. And what else? Subscribe, right. You have it. Thanks a lot for watching.